Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
Like couples and people in the league. Nigga, we was talking about how LeBron do the little handshake with Savannah.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I know this shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, they was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh.
Yo, hey man, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Boss Talk 101 reviews, man. This one right here was kind of something I've been seeing it. Kevin Gates just being Kevin Gates, man. To be honest with you, man, he's very opinionated. Not only is he opinionated, but when he says something, he gives it so much emphasis and thought that people look at it and they be like, man, oh, he said this or he said that. But at the end of the day, man, I think he was just admiring his, LeBron, because LeBron is definitely a super duper star and gonna go down in history, arguably as one of the most devastating dudes when it come down to basketball. And the one thing about it, you display your life in the public eye. I mean, a lot of people is doing it now. I'm one of them. We all doing it now. So at the end of the day, your good, bad, and ugly come out on film. Now, at the end of the day, LeBron and Savannah have been together for many, many years. But then when you look at the way that the public eye, they have to live their life in the public eye. And I think that's one of the things that sometimes you can get difficult. You see everything that's going on with a person, body language on film, or whatever you try to depict it. Now the difference is, now when Kevin Gates speak on it, it's going to be on a whole nother level. People are going to put eyes on it. So in my mind, I'm like, Kevin must got a project or something coming out or something he's spinning this off of because of the way he's been right now moving. I watch Kevin Gates. I'm a big fan of the music. So I know when he's about to do something, he's a genius when it comes down to getting everybody stirred up about his brand. So I got to say that first and foremost. But I mean, when you look at LeBron and his family and him standing true to being a man to his family, oh man, you can't beat that. So, and it takes a different type of dude to be able to stay the course, man. And far as faithful or not faithful, that's neither here nor there. But ain't nobody been in no marriage for over 20 years and don't have their issues, their ups and downs. I can tell you that. But now, however LeBron decides to live them out, that's on him. But like I said, when I see him, the family thing is so dope. I don't even get caught up in the rigmarole. I don't get caught up in the hoopla, because you can get caught up in the hoopla and forget that this man been a solid father with a solid foundation. And y'all already know how Boss Talk 101 talks about that, being one to have my children and have taken care of all of them and basically standing true as a man and seeing it through and have been doing that for so long. That's what I think is gangster. So all that other stuff, trying to be hard, gonna pull up on somebody, I never looked at it that way. If you want to do it that way, then you put the extra step out the game and be tricked about the game out of your family's life. One thing I can tell you about Kevin Gates is, he has also his thing going on with Britney Renner. You got Britney Renner, you got Draker. When you see him, he's doing his thing all the time. So at the end of the day, you get to see his life displayed. So all of this stuff is just something that people are taking notice of. I heard DJ Academic say last night that he didn't know if Kevin Gates was using religion to control Britney Renner, or if that's the way he was kind of alluding to that, but he was saying it was all friends and everything, but he was definitely beating around that bush. But I know that being a Christian, at the end of the day, it's a union, a bond you build on our side. I can't, and you basically, it's a mutual respect, holding a man on a spot to where he's the one that the passageway before God that the woman looks to and the family, the children looks to. And so that's structure, man. A lot of time we don't know structure. And I think that's the whole game. But Now, the Islamic faith is a little different. They can have multiple wives. They can do things a little bit different if they choose to. Now, that ain't always the case or the way that they go with it either, because I got a lot of partners. But the one thing I can say, man, is Britney Renner. She's taking on a whole new leaf. At the end of the day, she's showing the ring. She know how to play the game when it comes to the internet. And they doing their thing. They kind of dope together. You know what I mean? People are asking questions. She's playing the right music and singing the right songs.
Your rainbow will come shining through.
Man, so you see, she's having a great life right now. She's living her best life, man. And, at the end of the day, Kevin Gates having fun with it. Like I said, it seems like the internet is buzzing behind this whole situation when it comes down to the way he playing it out. But when you see LeBron and Savannah, it's not always peaches and cream, but there are those times when you see them, and it's like anybody. You're going to have your good days and your bad days. Every day not going to be a day that you're going to be happy to be on camera, or you're going to be looking at things in a way to where you're trying to do things so the public, not always be on point. It's like having good games and bad games, man. But here's one when LeBron called in. Check this out.
What's your name? Where you calling us from? And what's your holiday crazy?
What's going on? LeBron James. I'm from Akron, Ohio. And
you sound like
crazy.
Santa for a
Sexy.
sexy. I know. It was giving Santa
Sexy
Claus.
Santa. What's going on, LeBron James? What you got for us?
What's your holiday crazy? Best gift, worst gift?
No, my holiday crazy is your co-host, April.
Oh, me?
Wow. So you see, like I said, this is one scene, and then you have the other scene. Basically, two different times, two different elements, two different ways. They playing it out on the public eye. So how do you view it when it comes down to it? How do you look at it? What are you going to do, for as to play the game in the way it needs to be played? Because, it's the game of life. But you see them in their good times and their bad times. And I think, I look at, like I said, again, man, I think Gates just playing it the way it's supposed to be played. That's who Gates is. That's how he comes at it. And why they became something on the scope was probably in a simple conversation. But that's a part of being in the public eye. You never can. People gonna say what they're gonna say. They're gonna draw opinions. You put your life out here before the people. You basically putting yourself in the limelight. And like I said, my most important element is being true to me. At the end of the day, having your inner man sanctioned with God is so important. You don't have to be insecure when it comes down to people. People gonna say what they want to say about you, but you have to be strong enough to deal with it. So when you see my boy come out and he says LeBron, so that's something else. He said kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, queen? Let's get it. So I think he's basically that is a response to say, to some degree, I'm with you, and we going in no matter what. When it comes down to Savannah. So I don't think it bothered my boy LeBron at all. But my boy Kevin decided to respond to that.
I just want to say one thing, fuck. And before we've had our coffee, we don't give E about anything. But I just want to say one thing. The truth hurts, but it heals. And Bron, I love you because you my, and I already know she was just, you just gonna let him talk. Man, you had to, but behind closed doors, hey, good game. But anyway, look, long as you being celebrated, I don't care who don't like me.
Wow. So you see, and even my boy Kevin Gates felt like that was a response to him. So at the end of the day, like I said, everybody's throwing these subliminals or saying this or saying that. And the internet is crazy. People are really living out their life on the internet. So this is what you start to see. And man, like I said, when your life is out here, I seen my Draco said something the other day, since, everybody talking and it's all out here. Here she is on the Baller Alert show, and she speaks on their relationship. So, and I love the way she spoke, because she's so she keep it all, you know, she know how to deal with the PR part of this. She ain't playing no games when it come down to putting people in her personal life, her personal space. She know that the kids is watching. And I like the dignified way that she handled her business and really dealing with the questions that they were asking him. But
like you have like people that stand for you guys together. So
I know.
I know they were on your Instagram like, what's happening? What is going on?
Yeah. I mean,
What happened?
seriously, like life was fucking lifing. I swear. Like that's really all it boils down to.
Did
Life
you take
was
a
lifing.
break like from the traveling?
Yes, I no longer tour like that. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
That is not something that I do. But at the end of the day, it's like my best friend. We've been together since we were babies. Like we've literally been together for 20 years.
Wow,
that's a lot.
That's a long time.
You know what I'm saying? To be with someone, and you have to think that we're both coming into this relationship. We're both bringing our own shit into this relationship. So to be honest with you, like the time when you guys weren't seeing us together, we're really just like working on ourselves. That's what I was doing. That's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, like that's my best friend.
wow, see, and I think that's a perfect way to answer when you, especially with everything going on with them. You know, it's a vague thing that she threw it out there. It wasn't in no distasteful way. And that's the cold part about it, man. When emotions become a thing, and you get these situations to playing out in the public eye, you never know which way it's gonna go. But I think she held it down and did what she do, you know, especially for the kids and the family, and just trying to make sure you keep your composure, because you ain't got to act it out. The one thing you got to look at is the way you respond to different things is really what tells the story. So you don't have to, you play it the way you play it, man. And like I said, my boy Kevin Gates, it's a trip. Lebron, Savannah, Kevin and Britney Renner and Draker, like all of this stuff is playing out. And at the end of the day, like I said, my most important thing and element, and you already know what I'm about to say, is to keep God first. Because he can sort everything out. That's what I like about it. You know, ain't nothing too big for him, ain't nothing too hard for him. That's what I stand on, man. As you become older and you develop mentally more and spiritually more and emotionally more and physically more, you don't get caught up with the riffraff like that. And at the end of the day, but there was a time when everything was spiraling in my life, spiraling in you. There's just so happen to have to play out in the public eye. You can't really stop what people gonna say, what people gonna do. Like I said, for Kevin Gates, it's a dope marketing strategy, if that's what it is for us. For, you know, I'm about to bring out this hell of a project. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm watching because I'm waiting on the project. I'm waiting on that next Kevin Gates banger, because there ain't nobody can get in there and rock out like he do it when he hit that studio. And I know that. But also he hella amplified. Before Plies was doing this thing, Kevin Gates was doing this. And that's how Kevin Gates get down, if you've been watching him and know how he get down long enough. But he dope when it comes to lyricism, and he follows it up the way he supposed to. But do you think he really upset with LeBron? I don't think so. Do you think LeBron really take offense to it? I mean, he said what he said, but LeBron got a lot of stuff going on, man, for his family. So I don't think so. But and Drake, like I said, all of this stuff, Britney Renner, I think it's a game that we're going to play, man. Let's see what happens next. Get in the comments. What y'all think about this relationship and how it's going down? Listen, man, Kevin Gates, man, shout out. Bring that music, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.